A very good morning to all. I'm Dr. Alice MATHAI, Assistant Professor, Department of Economics from St.Joseph College of Arts and Science, Autonomous, Cuddalore. Today we are going to discuss about capital budgeting, a unit in Business Economics 2 for BCom, first year, second semester. So today we are going to see capital budgeting. What is meant by capital budgeting? So capital budgeting means planning. Capital, it is the money you are investing, you are going to invest in business. That is called as capital. Budgeting means planning. Planning of is called as budgeting. Planning of your capital. How much to invest, how much to keep apart for future. That is called as capital budgeting. So here we are going to see the meaning. Capital budgeting is a multi-dimensional activity which embraces searching for new and more profitable investment proposals. Capital budgeting or capital expenditure management is concerned with planning and control of capital expenditure. So mainly we are budgeting our capital, that is we are planning our capital to get profitable investment proposal, and in the same way we want to control the capital expenditure. So that is the main reason for capital budgeting. Today we are going to see two headings. One is regarding the objectives of capital budgeting, and the second is regarding the forms of capital budgeting. So next we'll see capital budgeting is also described as investment decision making or equipment replacement policy or capital expenditure analysis. So altogether this is the meaning for capital budgeting. Now we'll see the objectives, the aims behind capital budgeting. The first point is control of capital expenditure. So expenditure has to be controlled. So that is the main reason for planning our capital or capital budgeting. So here what they have told is estimating the cost of investment provides a base to the management for controlling and managing the required capital expenditure accordingly. So mainly they want to control the expenditure of capital, and also they want to manage. That is the main reason or main objective for capital budgeting. The second objective of capital budgeting is selection of profitable projects. That is, the company has to select the most suitable project out of the multiple options available to them. For this, they have to keep in mind the various factors such as availability of funds, projects for profitability, the rate of return, etc. So the second main aim for a company to budget their capital is to select the best project which gives them more profit. So that is the reason. There are multiple options. Among the multiple options, they will select the project which will give them maximum profit. So that is the second objective of capital budgeting. The third objective of capital budgeting is to identify the right source of funds. So that means what? From where we are going to get the funds. So locating and selecting the most appropriate source of funds required to make a long-term capital investment is the ultimate aim of capital budgeting. So the main aim of capital budgeting is to get long-term capital investment. The management needs to consider and compare the cost of borrowing with the expected return on investment for this purpose. So the first one they are telling they have to control and manage. Second one they are telling the most profitable projects should be selected. Only if you budget your capital, you can select. Then third one they are telling how to borrow at a cheap rate. The cost of borrowing should be less. At the same time, the rate of return on investment should be more. So that is the three aims of capital budgeting, or you can tell the three objectives for budgeting of capital. The next one we are going to see is the approaches to capital budgeting, or we can tell it as forms of capital budgeting. We have three approaches: the last resort approach, product mission approach, and functional mission approach. So these are the three approaches. We will see in detail what is meant by the three approaches. The first one is called as the last resort approach. The last resort, no other go, we have to change. So that is called as last resort. So approach, in this approach, the firm does not adopt any conscious plan of capital expenditure in a serious and scientific manner. So what they are telling here in this approach, they don't plan they don't plan their capital, or they don't make that is the capital expenditure. They don't take it serious, or they don't calculate in a scientific manner. It is they adopt this at the last moment. We'll see for what purpose. Capital budgeting in these cases will be just a piecemeal effort. Piecemeal means that moment, what you have to do, that only that they will do. So piecemeal. It is not for a long period, just that time how to solve the problem. Accordingly, they will budget their capital. That is why it is called a piecemeal effort. And the firm will be keeping a watch on the forthcoming development. This generally is called as crisis planning. Why? Because the capital will be budgeted, or they will plan their capital according to the crisis, what crisis they are facing, according to the developing crisis. So accordingly, they will plan their capital. So it is called a crisis planning. So this planning is done at that moment. It is not planned earlier. So this is only an ad hoc measure, short-term measure. So in this case, in the case of last resort approach, planning of capital will be done from crisis to crisis. So this is called as crisis planning, and this is a ad hoc measure. Generally, this form of approach is followed by government departments and undertakings only. Why? Because this method is an expensive exercise, which a private concern cannot afford. Capital budgeting itself is a costly affair. Then if you keep on changing your plans, then it becomes a expensive exercise. So this can be done only by the government department. Private concern will not take up much effort to change their capital because it is a costly affair. Next we will see what is meant by product mission approach. Product mission approach. So that means what? This approach is based on the products they are producing. So their main budgeting is based on the products. In this form of approach, capital investment pertains to product objectives. In modern times, a firm generally manufactures many products and market them. For example, in the case of pharmaceutical firm, it produces broad spectrum of antibiotics, narrow spectrum of antibiotics, general tonic, and vitamins. These are known as products of formulation. So any firm any industry we take, they don't produce one product. They try to produce many products, only then it will be profitable for a concern. So what they do, when they produce one product, the wastage from that product will be taken and they produce another product. That is how they reduce their cost of production. So the firm, here the example is given as pharmaceutical firm. It produces broad spectrum antibiotics, narrow spectrum antibiotics, tonics, and vitamins. So they will plan their capital according to the products they are producing, whether it is a particular group or it is a different group, several products, whether it is they are producing many products or they are producing a product under a particular group. So that they will decide, and on that basis they are going to uh, plan their capital. It is called a product mission approach. So in this situation, capital budgeting is done separately for each product group. The investment of capital requires a conscious and deliberate planning of existing resources. So they should know very well, they should be aware what type of resources are available, how much is available in their firm or industry, and accordingly only they should plan. So that's why it is called a conscious and deliberate planning of existing resources. Next, we see functional mission approach. Functional mission approach. This means that the capital budgeting will include the functional mission. That is, after producing the goods, they sell the goods to the consumer. So after selling the goods to the consumer, you are going to incur some expense to satisfy the consumer, to give confidence for the consumer, to keep on their business, to continue their business. This is called a functional mission approach. So nowadays we find after buying a product, we need after service. If there is no after service, we are not interested in buying that product. We need, so that is why electronic goods or any other product, they give a period, 1 year free service, 1 year warranty, guarantee, like this they keep on giving. Why? Because only then keep, they can keep the customers. So in this approach, emphasis will be made on the functional aspect. The production and marketing of a product is not a unique technique. This will be done by all firms in the economy. So they are telling this production and marketing is not a different technique. This will be done by all the firms in the economy. So how to differentiate? To differentiate from this production and the selling and to be different, what should be done? It is the service that is rendered after the sale of the product. That is very important nowadays. In this, competition starts and prevails in rendering services. Any innovation brought in would add to the services. The rendering of service is conditioned by the financial resources of a company. So, service, providing service, how you provide, all that depends on the resources, financial resources of a company. So, on that basis only, the service will be given to the customers. This is the functional aspect of the capital budgeting. So this is regarding, so we have seen today two headings. One, we have seen what is meant by capital budgeting, meaning of capital budgeting. Then we saw the objectives of capital budgeting. Then we saw the approaches or forms of capital. For what purpose they are planning their capital. So capital budgeting is a vital part of all the organizations. Whether it is a small one or a big organization, capital budgeting is a very, very important one. These decisions build the foundation of any business. With a single fault in capital budgeting, the company may end up into huge loss and vice versa. So, if you are going to do a small fault also in capital budgeting, then the company may end up in huge loss. At the same time, if you are very careful and you plan your capital very well, you can also earn maximum profit. So this is regarding capital budgeting, meaning, objectives and forms of capital budgeting. Thank you.